Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for bearing with us as we got everything prepped and ready to go. We have just wrapped up the round of 16 stage of Season 2, and that means only one thing, Gemini. We have to draw the playoffs bracket.
Yes, we get to fondle the balls yet again.
Well, that's my favorite part of the show. Every season.
I've been waiting. You want to break it down how this works?
You want me to break it down?
Yeah, we're just going to pick one at a time, basically, right?
Yeah, we're just going to go through the bracket, top to bottom, fill it out. We've got the first place finishes in your bowl. I'm stuck with the scum that finishes
with the not quite as good players.
Now, I've got all the second place finishes in this bowl, and basically the rules are, if you played in the group stage, you can't meet in the first round of the playoffs. So if we do end up with one of those players, we're just going to pop them back into the bowl and... Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through the bracket, the groups once more, just so we get a little reminder of who's moving on to the playoffs?
Yeah, we've got some excellent results coming in. We have got from Group A, Cure and Zoun, which is what we just saw today if you're watching this live. Some nice players coming on in. And then Group B was Rainer and Classic, both advancing, not too unexpected there. And then Group C had a little bit of an interesting stuff happening with Trigger topping his group, getting out 2-0, and Beyond following suit. And then, of course, in Group D was Maru topping with Shin coming in as well in second place. Some nice, some great players coming on into our playoffs. Nothing too unexpected. I'd say maybe Trigger coming in first place is maybe the most upsetting part. That's the wrong way to phrase that. It is totally cool. That's great that he did come. It wasn't upsetting, but it was an upset that he did get there. So,
cool. Credit where credit's due. To be honest, I was looking at Group C. I'm taking it from a slightly different angle, and that being, Gumiho not making it through.
Yeah.
As a Terran, it stings a little bit, but yeah, credit where credit is due. Trigger just played an awesome day of StarCraft that day. And of course, we do have Maru, my favorite player of all time, so I'll take that. And those are going to be our 8 players moving on to the round of 8 of Season 2.
Yeah, so we've got all of their names in our balls, in our cups, or bowls, I guess, to be able to draw. I've got the first place players, you got the second place ones, as we just mentioned.
That's correct.
Yeah, shall we get started here, Mr. Ziggy?
Go ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's mix this on up so I don't know who I'm picking here and make it as random as fair as possible. Let's see what we get.
We're getting better at this every time we do it.
I know, man.
Yeah.
We're getting the reps in now. Everyone thinks that casting is the hard thing. The real hard part is picking players out of cups or bowls. So I don't keep calling them cups. All right, we got Cure coming in as our first player on the top of the bracket, so that'll be very nice.
Cure we just saw him play in Group A. Kind of took it by storm, really.
Yep.
And those mech games. Were you expecting that at all?
No, I mean the fact that both Terran players went for mech and TVP in different series was totally unexpected.
You don't see that anymore.
No.
This was a thing back in maybe 2014, 2015. I remember Samsung had 2 players who just notoriously did it. It was Bravo and Reality.
Yep.
It was kind of a throwback. But anyway, there we have Cure. So the only player he cannot meet in the round of 8 in the first round is going to be Zoun, because they were obviously in the same group in the round of 16. So let's see who we get. Let's go with this one. Who do we have? And of course, it is Zoun.
Well, at least we got that out of the way here. So we'll just put him on back. He cannot play versus that player.
Let me grab a different one and then put him back in the bowl. Let's go with this one. Zoun goes back in the bowl. And who do we have? We've got Shin, so a nice little TVZ to kick us off in the playoffs.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Shin had a rough time versus Maru in the groups, and he's actually had a rough time versus him in his whole career, because I don't think he's won a single series versus him ever. So even losing to his Protoss, actually, I should say. So it's not actually the same matchup, I just remembered. So
that was quite surprising to see.
He lost to Maru's Protoss, of all things. So we'll see if he's able to bring it up, I guess, versus Cure in the playoffs.
Just goes to show how good Protoss is and how good Maru is.
How good Maru is.
Yeah, let's stick with that one.
Protoss is balanced.
So let's go for the second game of the playoffs. We are going to throw the schedule up and, of course, the bracket at the end of the show so you can get a good idea of what's happening. But right now we're just going through them one by one.
It's going to be Rainer coming up next.
Nice. We've got some foreign representation in the playoffs as well. Only 2 players, right?
Yeah, but that's still pretty decent. I mean, considering the fact that there's so many Koreans just always dominating. It's nice to have a couple at least that are, some of our foreign hopes, sticking it in and actually advancing into the playoffs will be nice.
It'd be really cool if one of them actually won and qualified for the offline event.
Yes, that would be cool. I agree. Who's he going to be playing against, Mr. Ziggy?
It's a good question.
Thank you. I thought of it myself.
Who was he in the Classic? He cannot play against Classic. So I've just jinxed it, and I will pull out Classic.
Well, honestly, it makes it, at least as long as it doesn't happen in the last one, then that's totally fine.
It is Zaun.
All right. That is interesting.
Do you think Zaun actually stands a chance?
I think,
I'm still thinking back to that PVZ Reina played against Hero in Season 1. He just absolutely
did dumpster him. That is true. I don't know. Yeah, no, this is an interesting one. I feel like Zaun does have some decent hopes here against Raynor, but, I mean, if Raynor just kind of keeps up his form, I think that will be a bit difficult for Zaun overall. But that's an interesting matchup, I think. I don't feel like we see Raynor versus Zaun too often, so I'm curious to see how they end up matching each other.
I can't even actually recall.
Yeah, I don't remember when
any of those games. But whenever we were like doing an EWC sort of tier list, I think we placed Zaun close to Hero, right?
We placed him under Hero at that point.
Oh, I actually can't remember. But yeah, I'm kind of favoring Raynor going into this one.
I agree. I would still favor him, but I don't think it's impossible for Zaun in any means.
Yep. So these are going to be our first 2 games of the playoffs. That's going to be on the Thursday. When we come back next week, let's now pull out the 2 pairs that are going to be playing on Friday.
Yes. There's only 2 things in here for me to...
There's really not many ways to really mix it up.
There's not really many ways to mix this. I'm just trying to do it to make it look... I have no idea who's in these balls. I don't want you guys calling me a match fixer here. Oh, we got Trigger, the other non-Korean representation, coming on in on the first part of the lower half of the round of 8. So... yeah, I just like that he's here. It's just cool that he was able to actually qualify in such strong caliber, basically. He was
really
just a solid 2-0. Very nice.
I'm looking forward to getting more shots of his kitchen. It's a very nice kitchen.
I do like the player cams. Analyzing the pro gamer rooms is honestly one of my most
It's got like its own
parts.
new meta game.
Yeah. Do they have the basic white, no background, no decorations, or are they, going all out and showing us everything like Classic with his aura, putting all of his trophies right behind his camera and stuff?
We need to fund like an academic study that sort of draws a link between what your room looks like and how well you perform in online cups.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
That could be it. What does Cyril's room look like? No, he's got his trophies in a case behind his room. I remember seeing too.
Yeah,
so
he does.
Yeah, maybe aura farming is the way to
we
mean
don't
that you
know
are the
what
best.
Zaun's room looks like.
Well, he lives in the end of space and time, so
sorry,
right? He's just a total complete black abyss in his webcam. So
anyway, let's pull out an opponent for Trigger. Who was he in the same? Oh, he was with Björn.
Yes.
Right, that was Group C. Okay, so if I pull out Björn, that's obviously a no-go. Let's see. Of course, jinxed it. So,
but there's only other one. So yeah,
possibility is going to be Classic.
Oh, a PvP. Ooh. This is interesting too, because actually they just played each other a couple times in the Maestros tournament, where Trigger actually won the first part of the group when they did play against each other, but then he lost in the rematch and the Ciders match.
Really?
Against Classic. Yeah.
Really?
He 2-0'd Classic, and then he got 3-0'd by Classic.
Huh.
So that's actually a very interesting match. I'm kind of looking forward to that one for a PvP.
Yeah, I'm sort of expecting Classic to maybe take this season again.
Yeah, I think
like there's hardly any players I can really think of that could sort of stop him.
Yeah, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like the group stage from him. Did he make it out first in his group last season? I can't remember.
Yeah,
because I feel like he did. So yeah, so far at least he has played slightly under the level.
He was in the same group as Showtime, Scarlet, and I think it was Reina. Mm-hmm. So it was Classic first and Reina second. Mm-hmm. This time around it's swap.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I feel like there's still room for some upsets with him there. There's maybe some time to figure him out a little bit. So yeah, I'm not gonna like just straight up say he's gonna win, but he's obviously a clear favorite for sure.
Yeah, and we got to see how well he fares on the new maps that we've got.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because now that we're getting to the playoffs, that means they're going to be showing their faces a little bit more. That is for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
All right.
So let's have the last pair.
Yeah.
It's going to be Bjorn, obviously, as the second seed. And who do we have left?
Maru. Oh my god, that is a storied TVT.
Oh my god.
The amount of times these two have played each other in TVTs in years past, and like just the camaraderie between them. They're best friends. They literally are just the best of friends, and they're always teasing each other whenever they lose or win against each other. That's a very historied match right there. So
there's going to be some
pretty cool
interactions in that matchup for sure. Yeah.
Yep. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Some good matchups. 2 mirrors. Oh no, we did it again. Oh no. Well, we didn't do it.
The good mirrors.
No, I agree, but also we didn't do it in the group stage. So this is what happens. It's either for season 1 where you get a bunch of mirrors in the group stage and no mirrors in the playoffs. But this time you begged so hard. We got no mirrors in the groups, but now you got to suffer it in the playoffs a little bit. We literally
talked about this in the After Dark episode.
Yeah.
We were like, we either get
it's
mirrors
like,
in the group stages or the playoffs.
That's just how it happens.
So, anyway, do we have the bracket ready? Is it ready to go? I think it's ready to go, so let's take a quick look at it. I think it should be this button. You know, whenever I produce, do you know these documentaries where they like sit a chimpanzee in front of a monitor that displays sort of a sequence of numbers, and the chimpanzee sort of has to follow it, and then gets a banana? That's how I feel when I produce. I'm just pressing buttons.
You're pressing buttons, and then your banana instead is tasteless, saying, "Good job, Ziggy. You did really well
I don't even get a banana at the end of the show." Anyway, guys. This is going to be our playoffs bracket for Season 2 of RSL Revival. Winners' quarters, starting with Cure against Shen, followed up by Reina Zaun. That's going to be on the very first day this coming week, Thursday, September the 11th. And then on Friday, we will return with 2 more series. That's going to be Trigger versus Classic and then Maru versus Beyond. Those 2 mirror matchups as we power through the playoffs bracket. I'm excited, man.
I am very excited as well. Some very interesting matchups, some great players that we have advancing on, and some excellent potential for some cool storylines coming in. Again, that Maru Beyond series is so storied. So much interesting stuff can happen. Trigger coming in. I like that both of the non-Koreans also on opposite sides of the round of 8, so they're going to be potentially meeting quite deep if they manage to both get the kind of dream run going really far in the upper bracket. So no early chances, at least, of them both kind of knocking each other out, and then we just have one left over. So I like this.
Hell yeah.
I like this bracket, Ziggy. Nice job. Hell yeah, Ziggy.
Well, I mean, I like the idea of the bracket. I don't like the colors that I chose because I've just realized we can't see anything.
Yeah, so sorry about that. We should have maybe picked a slightly different color on that. But
I feel like we've got a good theme, except for this bracket.
Except for the text
anything on
the font colors.
Sorry about that. We'll get it fixed on the official bracket that we post on Twitter. But these are going to be our matches. Let's take a quick look at the schedule before we wrap this show up. Of course, we are going to be returning on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week with the first round of the playoffs.
Yes. State will be back as well. If you've missed him the last couple days, he will be back for those Thursday, Friday casts as well. I'll be back for the weekend ones, so it'll be very nice to see how this bracket gets set up and how our final matches start to go as we start to close out this second season. It's only the first week so far, but it already feels like we're pretty far into it.
We're powering through it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no breaks. No breaks.
No breaks on this train.
Anyway, I think that does it for us, man, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we will return. Pardon?
Nothing else to say.
Oh, I was just about to say that we will probably return with an After Dark episode.
Oh, true, yes.
In the very near future. I think we might record one. But I think that does it for the show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you on Thursday for the playoffs as they kick off and we sort of slowly get to the end of Season 2.
Yes. Look out for that. I mean, follow us all on Twitter, on YouTube, and all that stuff so you can get to know when all that's coming on. I mean, just follow us here on Twitch as well so you know when these are going live. I'm sure you'll love it. I know we will too. So stay tuned for all that next week. We'll see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day, your night, wherever you are. We'll see you guys later.